What's up, guys? I felt like I needed to get on here and actually introduce the video because we did not do a good job at the start of the video. This is our first time ever vlogging, so I kind of just jumped on into it. But we had a really amazing first week. We struggled a lot, though. I mean, we struggled to find parking in a lot of places, but we actually figured out a little hack that we'll let you in on later in the video of a pretty undefeated way of parking in some of these really awesome cities. But yeah, this is a really awesome video, and I hope you guys enjoy. We did it! We're now on the road. First 10 minutes just filled up. Said bye to everyone.
Go past this.
Now what do we do? So we just ended up finding our spot here for our very first night van camping. It's in St. Augustine. So here it is. Found this place on iOverlander. It's literally just parked in front of a couple rental properties, like little Airbnbs. All right, so we got hungry. So we got a hot dog and ice cream. We're gonna try and split it. Cammy's already digging into the ice cream, but let's get a test of this hot dog real quick. Oh wait, I didn't even show you guys. Oh, you can't see with all the ketchup, but it's got like little cuts in it and divots. Look at that, that's a nice dog right there. Cheers. That's good. The dog is like, say I'd give it a 7. Pretty high. The bun, the potato bun, it's a little dry. Maybe a 6. Look at all these boats.
It's my pirate ship.
There's a pirate ship out there. Can I zoom in and see it? Yeah, look at it.
It's my pirate ship.
This place reminds me of Sarasota, but just 10 times more historic. It's really cool. Look at this over here. So pretty. I'm actually excited to go see that fort up there, made out of stone. All right, now's the time. Now here's the segment for Cammy to share all the fun facts we learned about St. Augustine. What do we know about St. Augustine now?
I have no idea.
This is the oldest continuously inhabited city in
The world.
the United States, I think. 1592. You want to fact check me on that? Mm-hmm. Fact check me on that. Look it up. ChatGPT it. And then I forget all my other facts. So here's another fun fact for you. No parking. It's only bus loading and unloading for 10 minutes only. So here's some more fun facts for you. This Castillo de San Marcos was actually built in 1672. It was built from seashell stone. Sally built them actually. It's called coquina, and you can actually walk up top of the cannon deck up here. So hopefully we're gonna be able to do a little bit of that. Good morning from day 2. We had a really good night last night actually. We found a pretty sweet camp spot that was like a 10 minute walk to downtown St. Augustine, and then yeah, it was super quiet. Like on one side was just little Airbnb cottages. They were actually really cute, and then on the other side it was like a parking lot for a hotel. So it was super quiet. We were walkable to downtown. It was like the best we could have asked for a first night. Now we are heading to Savannah, Georgia, and we're hoping to find another good camp spot in the city. Hopefully, you know, right downtown, walkable to everything down there in the waterfront. We'll take you guys with us.
Alright guys, we are now in Savannah, Georgia.
It took us like an hour and a half to find this spot, but we did it, and I think it's a pretty prime spot. It's gonna be 3 hours, or what is it? Yeah, 3 hours. We gotta pay $1 an hour until 5, and then We got a free campsite in the middle of downtown Savannah. So
Oh yeah.
we're gonna walk down to the water street and check it out. This place is actually so cool. I love all these tree-lined streets out here and everything. It's so pretty, super historic. You can tell all their, there's a ton of like trolleys going by doing those old historic tours. It's so cool. All right, let's get to walking. Cammy and I have been here before, and one of our favorite things to do in Savannah is to check out the old historic church down here. It is so beautiful, so that's where we're headed now. I think we're going in the right place, because look what we can see peeking out. This is one of the easiest ways for Cammy and I to tell where we're at in Savannah. You just look up in the sky and see wherever what is that thing called? What's the top of the church called? The spire? You look up in the, remember it's like you did the thing with your hands in church or when you were a kid? The steeple. You look up in the sky and look for the steeple and you know where you are.
I think if we could live in another town, I would live in Savannah for sure.
I absolutely love it here. It's so walkable. It's so like artsy. The vibe here is, it's a lot like Sarasota, but bigger and
coffee
and more historic. But that church is so cool. Every time we go into there, it's just like, wow, it's amazing.
One of those things where even if you don't go to church, you can still go in and really enjoy it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. And it probably brings a lot of people into church too, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the last thing that Cammy and I wanted to do was go down to the waterfront area. And one of the things I remember from being here last was how difficult it is to go down these steps and how insanely steep these old historic steps are. So let's go. It's a literal cliff. Straight down.
My foot doesn't fit.
Them stairs is crazy. Look at how cool this is. The big cargo district over here. That thing is insane. I feel like the size doesn't do it justice on camera. Cammy, go stand out there and see if we can. Yeah, that's crazy.
So big.
It's crazy how these little tugboats will tow these things.
If you get through that, you're going to
All right, Cammy and I are heading back to the van now to make some dinner. We saw everything that we wanted to see here down at the water street. It is so steep coming up this. Look at this angle. So one thing that we definitely were not prepared for in the van was doing dishes, and a lot of dishes, like just daily. This sink is a lot smaller than we imagined it was going to be inside of a van. And then also our gray water tank fills up a lot faster than we thought it was going to. It's 19 gallons, which actually is a lot. We just kind of continuously forget to go to a dump station and dump it.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. Now we got to stand here and help each other do the dishes and dry stuff off. Good morning from day 3, night 2 in the van. We were pretty concerned about the battery level basically all night last night. We're now at 37% and we're just now starting to get the battery back on. We have no plans today. We don't need to be in Charleston until tomorrow afternoon, so I think we're just gonna hang out for another day here in Savannah and maybe go to the beach, walk around the city some more, grab a coffee. I've got some editing and work to do on my computer. It's kind of a mess in here, but that's what happens when you live in a tiny space. So, all right, we're up and out for day 2. First thing on the agenda is finding a little coffee and some breakfast. We already moved the van into a spot in the sun so that we could get it charged up by the time we get back. I think today we might check out a beach later. Maybe check out Tybee Island and North Beach there, and check out a Planet Fitness nearby and get a shower. I think that's something we probably both need at this point. 3 days on the road, walking around all day. All right, so we just got our coffees. We were a little too afraid to film inside there. We were like, didn't want to be those stupid vloggers, but I did get some cool footage inside of that coffee shop. It was really neat. It's so cool because Savannah has obviously the Savannah College of Art and Design here, SCAD. So it's so artsy and cultural around here. It's super neat. You get this nice blend of like young adults, obviously college kids, but you also have a bunch of like older folks who are just interested in all of the historical things that go on in Savannah. And like last night we had parked on the street, and right outside of our van was an old museum. And I mean, up until like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, there were big groups of people going on like ghost tours or different random historical tours right outside of our van. So I got to sit on the security cameras and watch that for a good hour and a half last night, which was pretty entertaining.
Hear them all talking.
Yeah, everyone was talking and everything. It was pretty neat. I just feel like Savannah is that perfect blend of like busy but not too busy to where it feels congested and crowded. You can walk. It's just lively out here, which is a really cool feeling. And so now we're on the hunt for another coffee shop because the last one that we went to, although really cool, only had Wi-Fi for the SCAD students. So couldn't upload a video. I got to get this previous video out, the one you guys have already watched, the van tour. I got to upload that, and it's all shot in 4K on my camera, so it's going to be quite a long upload process, probably 30 to 40 minutes, which is something I'm not used to because at home it like takes 10-15 minutes to upload the video and I just walk away. So now that I've got to be at the computer sitting there waiting for it, it's something different that I got to get used to. So on the hunt for free Wi-Fi now. This is the we're trying to save power lunch. Turn the microwave on for about 4 seconds to heat up some leftover pasta from last night. It's the van life. We're living it. We're gonna go take this pasta back to that park we sat at last night and eat it, and people watch and judge. All right, so we just landed on the beach. I have no idea how this audio is gonna sound. It's probably gonna be unusable, but we're gonna go feel how the water is. I bet it's freezing over here.
It's cold by the water.
Oh, look at my hair. It's very windy. There's no way it's not gonna be cold.
It's not even that cold.
Interesting.
Jellyfish.
Look at what Cammy just pointed out. It's like all these trees just got burned. Didn't even realize it. Look at how black these palm trees are.
They're burnt pineapples.
That's crazy. This tree is like, yeah. It's so weird. Honestly, I have no idea where we left off on this video last. I think it was somewhere at the beach seeing jellyfish. We ended up going to Kroger's and grabbing some groceries and a beautiful rotisserie chicken that Cammy is currently shredding. So we're gonna do rotisserie buffalo chicken on hoagie rolls. We ended up finding another parking spot in the same square in Savannah that we stayed in last night. It's actually, we walked by a bunch of different squares and this one was my favorite. I don't know why, it's super walkable to a bunch of little shops and restaurants and stuff. We'll probably end up grabbing a coffee and then swinging out to Charleston sometime tomorrow afternoon. So Super excited. Also, I was so stressed out about the battery. It ended up being like a 30-minute drive to the beach, and that totally recharged our power. I mean, the solar charged our power like 20-30% in 2 or 3 hours, and then when we swung out to the beach, it was like 100% by 2 o'clock. So that made me feel really, really, really confident in the solar and the alternator in this van. So we got power for days in here. All right, now enjoy this nice time lapse of Cammy shredding chicken and making our dinner. Ever taught you this trick yet? You've got to cut out the bread inside of the hoagie roll. It allows you to get more chicken inside. Shout out to Carter. Carter, if you're watching this, he does this all the time with his public subs, and he put me on. So. Right. Big shout out to Cammy for making this. We're gonna enjoy this, eat some dinner, and then go walk around for a little bit longer. But in the meantime, you'd think that now that we're living in a van that we'd be done watching van YouTube videos, but that's just not the case. We can't get enough of it, so that's what we're watching. All right, now before anyone says anything, yes, this is a no strip. I sleep terribly without them, and we kind of just woke up and rushed out the door. We're on our way to Charleston now, so finally leaving Savannah. Yep, that's the Savannah potholes for you. It's just old historic cobblestone roads the whole way around, so there's nobody behind you, so just take your time.
There's so many people behind you.
Yeah, not the best conditions to be driving 22-foot and 10-foot tall
and if you do
van.
go really slow.
Yeah, if you do go really slow. But still, this place was amazing. It was so good to us. I mean, we really ended up just parking and then staying in that one spot and walking around the whole town. So look, there's some other people doing van life here right in front of us as well. So it feels good knowing that we're not the only ones doing it around here. But I have no idea where we're gonna stay tonight in Charleston. I'm gonna call a couple campgrounds and do some research on iOverlander and see if we can't figure it out. There's not a ton of stuff by the music festival that we're heading to, so I'm just gonna play it by ear.
Good. You're good. You're good. Stop.
Today has been one of those
Stressful
days. Yeah. I don't even know where we left off on this, actually. I think it was probably Cammy helping me back into the parking lot to check out the venue for tomorrow. She helped me back in. We turned the camera off. We asked about parking. No parking. We went around. We drove through a lot of Charleston and just didn't feel comfortable parking in a lot of Walmarts or places we found on iOverlander. So it was a really stressful day just driving around and trying to figure out where are we going to sleep tonight. And that was one of the things I knew was going to be a struggle, but I just didn't know how hard of a struggle it would be sometimes. And 3 days in, and it was the first time, it was actually really tough for us to find a spot. Thankfully, Cammy actually saved the day. What did you do today?
Oh, so apparently if you just call a hotel and tell them that you'll pay for parking, but you just want to sleep in your car and you really need a spot to just sleep, they'll give it to you for free and let you just stay there with the parking pass.
I was literally looking at next to Cammy. I was in the driver's seat and I was like, there's no way. Don't even try doing that. They're not going to give it to you. There's no shot even trying to ask. And the first hotel Cammy called, she was like, yeah, we'll give you a pass. Don't even worry about it. You don't have to pay for it. And we were like, what? Okay, cool. So we just did that. Cammy went in, she got the parking pass, and now that's where we're camped up for the night. We're about like 5-6 minutes away from the venue for tomorrow.
Yep.
So, I mean, we're in prime location. We're actually right across the street from a Planet Fitness, so we're gonna go jump in the shower. I'm gonna get a quick workout in and enjoy a nice warm shower, and then we're gonna come back here to a safe place that we know we can stay at, which has just given us the best peace of mind. And then tomorrow I'm downloading Harvest Host because this was not a fun day and I don't want to do this again. Well, that was quite an eventful gym session. There was a couple of interesting characters throughout that gym and throughout the surrounding areas. On our drive back to the hotel that we're staying at, we saw some guys on like Harley motorcycles doing wheelies and burnouts in the intersection. That's just
Crazy.
Charleston, I guess. I don't know. But now we just have an insane amount of garbage just all over the floors and stuff. Well, it's not garbage, it's our shower bags and all that stuff. So we're gonna get that situated and settled in for the night. And we've got an early morning tomorrow to get to our venue. So we're gonna be up at like 7 a.m. so that we can get a good parking spot in the van. And yeah, tomorrow should be a way better day than today. Music festival, we're seeing the runarounds, a bunch of other people. That should be fun. We also have a campsite tomorrow, so it just alleviates a lot of that stress of trying to worry about where we want to park, where we want to go, what we want to do, and things like that. So we'll have a place, we'll fill up on water. Yeah, we got a 30 amp plug-in, so we'll be able to recharge all of our batteries if we need it. Although solar in the alternator has been amazing so far, so I'm really impressed and really happy with that. So yeah, I think we're just gonna settle down for the night. I'm gonna do some editing, finish up a little bit of work emails. Cammy's got some TikToks and Reels that she needs to do. So we've got stuff to do. Look at how cute Cammy looks. We're all dressed up for the festival. We're super excited. We pulled out of the hotel parking lot this morning at 7:30 a.m. because we were planned on getting a good spot, which we did. I'm super stoked about that. So we're walking up to the festival now. We'll shoot some footage in there. I don't know how much vlogging I'm gonna do inside just because there's a lot of people and I'm nervous, but I'll definitely make sure to get a bunch of good clips for you guys.